let me set something straight. The devil cannot make you do anything. Let me say it again. The devil cannot make you do anything. I don't know if anybody told you that, but he can't make you do anything. The devil can't force you. He's not puppeteering, mastering you, forcing you. No. You made all them bad decisions. You did that. You did that to your life. You are the reason that's happening to you. If the devil could make you sin, God can make you act right. Welcome back to another Iron Sharpens Iron video. Yes, we're back with more good information to help you and your neighbors stay sharp out there. So today's topic, y'all, it's going to be a good one. I know I always say that, but today's really going to be a good one. Today's topic is how to curb the urge. I'm going to let that sink in for a little bit. So yes, curb the urge. There's a lot of temptations out there, a lot of stuff we got to battle with on the daily. So I'm going to give you a few tips on how to curb the urge so you can stay righteous and be in God's good grace so you can get the blessings that he be talking about.
James 1:13-15. Let no man say when he is tempted, I am tempted of God. For God cannot be tempted with evil, neither tempted he any man. But every man is tempted when he is drawn away of his own lust and enticed. Then when lust hath conceived, it bringeth forth sin. And sin, when it is finished, bringeth forth death.
The reason you getting tempted is because you want to do it. It's not God testing you. A lot of people love blaming God. Oh God, why'd you make crack so good? If you didn't want me to do it, then why you put it? God is not the one testing you. It's never him. Why would God put a stumbling block in front of you and he know you're going to fall for it? Why would God do that? You think God want to hear you come and pray and, oh Lord, it's me to jive turkey again. I messed up and did this. You think he wanted to go through that? God is not the one testing you. He's not the one putting the temptation in front of you. It's us. We're the ones doing it. You're lusting after stuff in life. The lust of the eyes, lust of the flesh, and the pride of life. That's why you get tempted. Those the urges that you can't say no to. The stuff that you keep falling for the okie doke. It's because you want to do it. I know I ain't gonna get no amens on that. I know people want to play the blame game and it's his fault, it's her fault, it's everybody else's fault. We got all the reasons on why we not winning and why we keep falling for the okie doke, but we never want to really reflect and say, man, the reason I can't stop sleeping around is because I keep watching all them new movies. The reason I can't stop getting drunk doing the foolery at the club is because all the music I'm listening to is promoting it. Why can't I put two and two together? We don't ever want to do that. We don't ever want to do that. We don't ever want to put that stuff together and figure out it was because we did something. We were enticed by something, and then that's where the lust came from. And then it tells you what happened after that, right? After the lust has conceived, what come after that? Sin. Ooh. And then what happened after sin? Death. Unfortunately, wages of sin is death, y'all. I know I've said that plenty of times, but some people still don't realize it. They don't really think that there's a consequence for the things we do out here. If you live a life full of sin, you got to pay for that. You have to pay for it. So the first step to getting rid of the urge, to curbing that urge, saying, we don't want none of that today. The first step is you got to kill your flesh. You have to kill your flesh. You know that die daily stuff that Jesus talked about, carrying your cross daily, all those nice things and stuff that you have to do daily. You got to kill your flesh. And the best way to kill your flesh is to fast. Oh man, somebody don't even know what fasting is. Unfortunately, nobody told you about fasting. One of the greatest things you can do to kill your flesh is to fast. When your flesh is getting out of control and you lusting after stuff, especially sexual desire. If you got a problem with pornography, sleeping around, doing the foolery, all the stuff that your body craving, the body calling you, all the stuff like that, one of the best things you can ever do is to kill your flesh by fasting. You stop eating, oh man, I'm telling you, your body will not want anything but food. I don't care how long you've been on crack, how long you've been sleeping around, how much you've been watching porn. If you stop eating, you just stop eating food and you get in the word, because you have to get in the word. It's not really fasting if you don't get in the word. If you just stop eating, then that's just a diet. But if you stop eating and then you get close to God, and you do it just like that, you stop eating, then you get close to God, one, your stomach gonna get hungry. I ain't gonna lie to you, it's gonna be hard. It's not easy. Oh, it's not easy. If it was easy, everybody would do it. I know you heard that before, but it's not gonna be easy. So when you fast, you kill your flesh by doing that, those temptations will slowly start to just melt away. You could have been the biggest drunk of the whole town. You stop eating, you're not even gonna want the alcohol no more. you're not gonna crave for it. You could have been sleeping around with everybody in town. That could have been you. Sleep around Susie was your nickname in high school. That could have been you. But as soon as you stop eating, oh man, I don't want to do none of that. No, 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 no. I want food. Your body's gonna want food. So when you fast and you get close to God, that right there is gonna stop the temptation. The urge will be curbed. You will curb the urge. You'll duck, dodge, dip, double dot. You'll do all of that stuff if you start fasting and you kill your flesh. The second way to curb the urge, to curb the temptations that you gotta fight all the time, this is a good one. You gotta get rid of the stumbling blocks.
Proverbs 4:14-15. Enter not into the path of the wicked, and go not in the way of evil men. Avoid it, pass not by it. Turn from it and pass away.
So this right here is just like a big old sign, that's a warning sign trying to tell you, don't go in the way of the wicked. Turn away from it. Pass by it. Don't look over there. Stop trying to get close to the cave and see how, if I can just get right here and see what happened. Don't put the stumbling block in front of you, fall, and then feel bad about it later. Don't play yourself. Just don't do it. And you got to get rid of the stumbling blocks. If you know Jack and Jill like to steal, stop hanging around them. Don't put yourself in situations where you do the fool, and then now you're like, I knew I shouldn't have did that. Why did I go here? I know I'm trying to live a sober lifestyle. I'm not going to go to the party where they're serving alcohol, where everybody's getting high, they're smoking weed, doing drugs. I'm not going to do that. Get the stumbling block out of your way. Get rid of the people that's causing you to sin. Oh, man. I've said this over and over, but people don't understand. You still got somebody in your life right now that you know is not going to get you close to God. They just sent you a text message talking about some foolery that you should do later on. Yep, that just happened. Yeah, I'm talking to you. You have to avoid the foolishness. It's gonna be out there. Remember, the devil is gonna help you. He's gonna help you do the fool. He know you got a problem with alcohol. He's gonna tell that person to invite you to the party where they serving alcohol. He know you like to steal, so he gonna invite Jack and Jill to tell you to come over, go to Walmart. You don't have no money in your pocket. You know you're gonna put yourself in a situation where you're gonna do something like that. So avoid that. Pass by it. Don't go do the fool. Get those stumbling blocks out of your life. You removing the stumbling blocks is you curbing the urge. That's you doing it right there. But if you keep the stumbling blocks in there, you saying, come on, urge, come on. I actually like doing the fool. I want to get drunk tonight and make some bad decisions. So I'm not going to remove the stumbling block. I'm going to bring it on. So you got to get rid of it. Don't bring the temptations closer. Don't make it easy for the devil to set you up for the okie doke. And the best tip for curbing the urge right here, guess what you got to do? You got to give it to God.
Proverbs 3:5-6. Trust in the Lord with all thy heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths.
Right there. You can't keep trying to think you can do it by yourself. You can't lean on your understanding. You got to turn to the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. You got to go to the kings and the lords of the lords. When you go to him, you say, all right, God, well, I don't know what I'm doing in life because I'm just falling for all the okie dokes, all the trap cards, I'm falling for them. So let me go to you. Let me stop trying to do it what I think makes sense because I don't know what I'm doing. I've messed it up 10, 20, 30, 40 years. You go to him. You let him direct your path. I'm telling you, it's trying to tell you. Proverbs is trying to give you some best sound advice you probably ever heard. Don't lean on your own understanding. You need to go to God, acknowledge him in all your ways, meaning you position yourself so he can do something. Because people want God to do something. You want him to do all these wonderful things, divide the sea, open up the mountains, give you the whole kitchen sink, and you're not doing nothing for him to do that for you. You got to position yourself. You got to get in the right spot so God can do something. Because he's not going to make all these miracles happen for you. He's not going to bless you. And you still walking in the counsel of the ungodly. You're still sitting in the way of sinners. If you're still hanging around that box that say no, God's not going to do nothing for you. You need to position yourself to get something from him. You need to position yourself so that you can say, all right, well, let me stop doing the fool. Let me get rid of this. Let me stop hanging with them. Let me get all of this out of my life. Let me remove the stumbling blocks that are causing me to sin. Let me curb the urge. Let me acknowledge God. Let me put my faith in him. Lean not on my own understanding. And then what it said after that? It was a promise that he's going to direct your path. That's what it just said. So after he direct your path, it'll make sense. You'll be like, oh, I'm supposed to be over here. No wonder my life was trash. I was over here with little Tay-Tay and them. I'm supposed to be over there with Jesus. It makes sense now. Man, I pray that this message helps somebody. I pray that you learn something. I pray that you learn how to curb the urge. Gave you a bunch of good tips, especially that last one. That's when it really comes into play, because we can't do it by ourselves. You can't do it. Somebody don't understand. They're not listening. The headphone, the volume wasn't up. You can't do it by yourself. No, you can't do it. You need God. You need someone to guide and direct your path. You've been trying to do it this whole time. You've been struggling with that same sin, that same urge your entire life. The devil put that in front of you when you was a kid. He said, oh yeah, I'm going to put this trap card right on her when she 8, 9 years old. She going to struggle with this addiction for the rest of her life. I'm going to put this little trap card in front of him, and he's going to wonder why he has to keep doing this his whole entire life. And they're going to fall for all the okie dokes, and then I'm going to get their children to fall for all the okie dokes. The devil has trying to set you up for the okie doke your whole life. It's time for you to finally get away from that. You have to finally get away from that urge, from that sin that's been creeping back into your life that you've been allowing because you want to do it. When it all comes down, said and done, you've been wanting to do it. Nobody's forcing you. So you've been wanting to do it. The devil has been playing your card. He's been pressing your button all this time. You need to go to God. You need to let him direct your path so you can finally get over this, so you can finally walk through that valley of the shadow of death. If you learned something, please share this information. Iron sharpens iron. There is a neighbor out there. You know exactly who it is. You work with him. You see him every day, and you know he don't have none of his eggs in his basket. It's one of your family members that don't have none of their ducks in their row. Help out your neighbor. Help your neighbor out. And once you help them out, continue to work on yourself, because you got to die daily. You got to continue to carry your cross daily. Tell somebody about how great God is. Tell somebody about how wonderful Jesus is, how he has that gift of eternal life waiting for you. But you got to be quicker than that. You got to catch it before it's too late, because judgment is going to come. The kingdom of heaven is at hand. So we got to make sure we're doing what we're supposed to be doing, guys. And as always, we're too blessed to be stressed. Stay blessed by the best. Don't forget to pray for the rest of y'all. And until next time.